Hello everybody, I'm Chrislan F. Diaz from CNN News. I'm here to report about the strongest typhoon we encountered here in the Philippines named Typhoon Ulysses. Let me tell you first how typhoon formed and here it affected by land masses and bodies of water. How is typhoon formed? In tropical oceans, the water in the ocean surface layer heated by direct solar radiation. As a result, the air above the tropical ocean is characterized by high temperature and humidity, resulting in air inflation that easily leads to low density per unit volume of air. Weak wind near the equator causes the lighter air to soar and incur convections that further attracts inflow of surrounding cooler air. The intake air then warms up and soars again, creating a positive feedback cycle that eventually forms an air column with high temperature, lightweight, and low density. This is how the tropical depression forms. How do land masses and bodies of water affect the movement of the typhoon? In a very general sense, typhoons gain power as they move over the warm bodies of water and start using energy once they move onto land. There are other factors in play: temperature of water and air, moisture, air currents, the temperature of the landmass, etc. But that is the general rule. Why is the Philippines a typhoon-prone country? The Philippines is prone to tropical cyclones due to its geographical location, which generally produce heavy rains and flooding of large areas, and also strong winds which heavy casualties, human life, and destruction to crops and farms. The principles in measurements and calculation of weather typhoon. First, thermometer. A thermometer measures the degree of hotness or coldness of a given substance. It operates on the principle of thermal expansion of the material used. Liquids like mercury and alcohol, metallic materials. Mercury is one of the liquids very sensitive to changes of temperature. When the substance to be measured is warm, mercury expands the rises in the capillary tube. When it's cold, mercury contracts. 2. Thermograph. A thermograph is an instrument that records air temperature continuously on graphing paper. It usually consists of a cylinder made to revolve once each week by means of clockworks inside. A sheet of graph paper is fastened on the outside. A pen point that resists in the paper traces the temperature curve according to the expansion and contractions of a sensitive metallic coil or strip corresponding to the reading of a thermometer. These instruments are housed in a thermometer shelter which has double lowered sides and a double top roofing design to permit air to calculate or circulate freely through the shelter. 3. Mercurial barometer. A mercurial barometer is a simple barometer made by filling a glass tube 32 inches long with the mercury and inverting it so that the open end of the tube below the surface of mercury is a cistern. The height of the mercury column is measured by sliding a vernier attached on a scale. To obtain the accurate measurements, corrections are made for temperature, expansion of the instrument, gravity, and latitude. Values are read in millibars, millimeters, or inches of a mercury. 4. Barograph. A barograph is a recording barometer. The pen point that traces the pressure curve on the paper is made to move up or down by means of series of levers attached to aneroid cells, metallic boxes in tandem. The use of aneroid cells in tandem provide a more pronounced response to changes in atmospheric pressure that would be indicated by a single aneroid cell of the same size. 6. Ceiling light projector. Ceiling light projector trigonometry, the height of the cloud base is equal to the distance of the observer from the ceiling light projector multiplied by the tangent of the elevation angle. 7. Ceiling balloon. Another way of determining the height of the cloud base is by using a ceiling balloon. A ceiling balloon is a meteorological balloon whose rate of the ascent has been predetermined. It is filled with gas lighter than air, usually hydrogen, and release. The time of release and the time of the balloon disappears in the cloud are recorded. The time difference multiplied by the rate of ascent will give the height of the cloud base. 8. Weather surveillance radar. A weather surveillance radar is of the long-range type which detects and tracks typhoons and cloud masses at the distance of 400 kilometers or less. This radar has rotating antenna. This preferably mounted on the top of a building free from any physical obstruction. Radio energy emitted by the transmitter and focused by the antenna shoots upward through the atmosphere in a narrow beam. 9. Rawing. Another special instrument is the rawing, which is short for radar and beam. It is an electronic device that measures pressure, temperature, and humidity. This target that is tracked by a ground radar. The bearing and time of interval of the echoes is evaluated by a receiver. Ayan ang mga kagamitan sa pagsukat ng bagyo. Ngayon, alamin naman natin mga dapat gawin bago, habang at pagkatapos ng bagyo. Bago dumating ang bagyo, maghanda ng mga pagkain hindi nangangailangang lutuin. Ilikas ang mga hayop sa ligtas na lugar. Anihin ang mga pananim na maaari ng anihin. Para sa mga mangingisda, ilikas ang mga bangka sa ligtas na lugar. Kung ang inyong lugar ay bahain o malapit sa dagat, maghanda ng mga dapat dalhin kung kinakailangang lumikas. Damit, mga pagkaing matagal nang masira, first aid kit, kandila, gasera o flashlight, radyong de battery o lubid at iba pa. Habang may bagyo, manatili sa loob ng bahay. Makinig ng radyo o manood ng telebisyon upang malaman ang pinakabagong impormasyon ukol sa bagyo. Pakuluan ang inuming tubig ng 20 minuto o higit pa. Tipunin ito sa mga lalagyang may takip. Ingatan ang mga kandila o gaserang may sindi. Huwag lumusong sa tubig baha upang maiwasan ang mga sakit na dala nito o ang mga aksidenteng tulad ng pagkakakuryente. Kung kinakailangan lumikas, sundin ang mga sumusunod. Lumikas ng mahinahon. Isara ang mga bintana at ibaba ng main switch ng kuryente. Ilagay sa mataas na lugar ang mga mahalagang bagay gaya ng mga appliances, kama at iba pa. Iwasan ang daan patungo sa ilog. Pagkatapos ng bagyo, kung napinsala ang bahay, tiyaking matibay pa ito bago pumasok. Mag-ingat sa mga mapanganib na hayop gaya ng ahas na maaaring makapasok sa loob ng bahay. Tiyaking walang buhay na kable o outlet na nakababad sa tubig. Ipaalam sa mga kinaukulang kung may mga natumbang poste ng kuryente o mga napatid na kable. Itapon ang mga naipong tubig sa mga gulong, lata o paso upang di pamahayan ng lamok. Ang mga paghahandang ito ay ilan lamang sa mga bagay na maaari nating gawin sa pagsalanta ng mga bagyo. Tulad ng paulit-ulit nating sinasabi, pinakamabisa pa rin ang paghahanda. Palagi nating tandaan. Let's know how to back up an energy or power source of gadgets or appliances in case of a planned outage of power. What is the best backup source of a power outlet? It is not to leave the lights on in a power outage. Most batteries and many components use batteries for backup power are comfortable critical loads like power outlets, lights, and small appliances will be powered in the event of a power outage. Home generators. Home generators are handy for backup electricity in case of an outage, but must only be used in accordance with the manufacturer's guidelines. A backup generator may only be connected to our home's electrical system through an approved transfer panel and switch that has been installed by a qualified electrician. Ulat panahon, whether you like it or not. Dito pinapakita ang pagpasok sa PAR ng bagyong Ulysses kaninang or ngayong alas 4 ng umaga. Ang lakas ng hangin nito ay aabot sa 150 km per hour sa sentro at may bugso ng hangin na aabot hanggang 205 km per hour. At papunta ito sa kanluran at hilagang kanluran at may bilis na 15 km per hour at ito ay maglalandfall sa Tuguegarao. At ito ang mga tinamaan na bagyo na lugar. Dito pinapakita ang malakas na bugso ng hangin. Signal number 3 ang Pangasinan, Quirino, Zambales, Tarlac, Metro Manila, Bulacan, Batangas, Laguna, Quezon, Polillo Islands at Camarines Norte. Bataan, Pampanga. Signal number 2 Ilocos Sur, Mountain Province, Isabela, Ifugao, La Union, Nueva Vizcaya, Benguet, Camarines Sur at Albay. At signal number 1 naman sa Mindoro Oriental. Ito ipapakita ang posibleng bagyo o pagpasok ng bagyong Ulysses. Ngayong alas 2 na madaling araw, ang sentro nito ay papunta sa 300 km east of Dingalan, Aurora. Ngayong alas 4 ng umaga, ang mata ng bagyo ay nasa Santa Rosa, Nueva Ecija na. At alas 8 ng umaga ay ang sentro ng bagyo ay nasa Magantarem, Pangasinan. At ngayong alas 11 ng umaga, ang mata ng bagyo ay nasa West Philippine Sea, papunta na sa Dagupan City. At posibleng Biyernes ng umaga ay nasa Tuguegarao. Sa lakas ng bagyo na Ulysses, dito makikita ang mga kahalagahan ng mga pagkakaibigan at damayan, kagaya ng ginawa namin ng aking kaibigan na si Renan. Pagdating po sa pagdadamayan sa kalamidad, katulad po ng bagyong Ulysses sa Cagayan, Tuguegarao, isa sa naging biktima ang mga magulang ng kanyang ama. Nag-usap po kami at nagpatulong sa mga kaibigan namin. Nagtulong-tulong po kami at nagkaisa na magbigay ng mga donasyon tulad ng mga delata, noodles, damit at kaunting pera. Nanghingi po kami sa mga kakilala namin at kaibigan ng pamilya. Pinagsama-sama namin lahat at pinadala po ito namin at sabay-sabay po namin pinagdasal ang mga kanilang kaligtasan. Ganyan po kami magpahalaga at magdamayan ng aking mga kaibigan. Bawat tao sa mundo ay may mga kaibigan, pero iba yung tinuturing mong tunay na kaibigan. Tulad ko, ang aking pinsan na si Renan Abalo, siya ang matalik kong kaibigan. Magkasama at nagtutulungan at nagtuturuan sa lahat ng bagay na hindi namin alam. Natutunan ko sa kanya ang pagiging simpleng tao, tahimik, may takot sa Diyos, at higit sa lahat seryoso sa pag-aaral. Nakikita ko sa kanya kahit online class, tayo ay masigasig siya sa pag-aaral. Nagsasagot ng mga modules para makasagot sa mga guro niya. Kaya ako napapasabay sa kanya. Grade 5 siya at top 1 sa klase nila. Sabay kami nagtitraining ng taekwondo sa aming 3rd floor. Kahit online training ay nagtsatsaga kami. Kaya si Sir Rebel Del Rosario sa SPS ng RHS. Masaya po ako at nagkaroon ako ng kaibigan na tulad niya at magkasundo kami. Sa panahon ng kalamidad, dito makikita ang pagkakaisa ng mga bawat Pilipino at pagtutulungan. Muli, ako si Crislian F. Diaz, nag-uulat.
Hi! Good morning or good afternoon. So for today's video, I'm going to discuss here about guidelines and principles in exercise program designs to achieve fitness. Before we start this discussion, this video is about MAPE PE PIP3 project. The principle of training are the 5 key areas that you need to focus on and are as follows.
まだこの世界は僕 僕を飼いならしてたいみたいだ。望み通りだろう。美しくもがくよ。互いの砂時計眺めながらキスをしようよ。さよならから一番遠い場所で待ち合わせよう。時は来た。昨日までは序章の序章で飛ばし読みでいいから、こっからが僕だよ。経験と知識とカビの生えかかった勇気を持って、未だかつてないスピードで君の元へダイブを。まどろみ